So today on the Engage Men's Health feature, if you are live on Facebook, you'll see that we are talking about STIs, and Mel is going to run us through some of
the STIs that we've got.
Are we going rank from most dangerous to most harmless? Is there a harmless STI firstly?
Is
there a harmless STI firstly?
We don't even have harmless STIs.
Okay, all right.
STI is an STI.
And it could do a lot of damage.
It could do a lot of damage. That's why we need to address it and speak about it.
All right.
You know? And hello, hi, listeners of Keith Ngesi Radio Station. It's Mel Devo here, tuned in with the faves of the show. Basically, today we're talking about what is an STI and knowing your STIs, right? So what is an STI? STI is a sexually transmitted infection, all right? Passed on through sexual intercourse, of course.
Yeah.
Whether it's anal intercourse, sexual intercourse, whether it's vaginal, whether it's oral, or any other kinds of sexual intercourse. And this includes vaginal, I said anal and oral as well. And it could pass from men to men, woman to woman, and from men to woman as well. So people should get it right and know that STI, it just can be passed on from any other. Everybody, as long as you're having sexual intercourse.
If you are there.
Everyone.
If you are there.
If you're having it, the cup without a condom, great. Must be wary.
Be ready.
Be ready.
Be ready for one.
Yes.
Man.
So it before we even get into the crux of things, make sure that if you've got a presenting STI or if you are suspecting that you have an STI, get it screened and get it treated so that you can, so that you can be healthier and better, So how do I know that I've got an STI? Some STIs are not self-presenting, right?
Okay.
Because you can't see if you've got a, if une rash, if une but just make sure that if you've got indicators that are indicating abnormalities in your, in your sexual parts, if you've got if you've got if you've got something like probably a pus that's coming out of your vagina or your penis that's abnormal, make sure that you get it screened and treated.
Now, I've got a question. And,
yes.
And there are no dumb questions, Food.
No, there aren't.
Guys,
trust me, there aren't.
And I don't know why these people, the people at home, aren't asking such questions. The difference between an STD and an STI.
It's one and the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly same thing. It's just an evolving term. I
think it's an evolving term and how it's put out to be because remember, the Google terminology will tell you that STI is sexually transmitted infection and then STD is sexually transmitted disease. So that's one thing, right?
I suppose.
Yeah, it is. It is one thing. But it's commonly used as or referred to as an STI. Because I think probably they are shying away from saying that it's an STD because it will scare people because D is for disease.
Like
D for
dying.
dying.
So I think it's because of that.
All right.
But eventually I think when it's termed STD, probably it could be like deadly. Because dead, D,
It sounds terminal once you start saying
anything
disease.
D is dangerous.
Anything D.
Not
all of them. Not all of them.
Very dangerous.
Dessert. Not dangerous.
Yeah.
Not good. It's too much sugar.
Okay, so let's sort of get into some of the I don't know.
Oh, sorry. So
okay, before we do,
I think if you're suspecting that you've got an STI with with these that I've also mentioned out, make sure that you get it treated. We do that. We do STI screenings as well, and we treat them as well, right? And it is treated. Don't use the Vicks and the home remedies. People use people like people like doing things on their own.
And
now
rubbing it.
You go to Google and you search. And you find,
Thank you, Ms. Leila. Because Google is the biggest misconception of people, trying to treat themselves at home and not getting the right medical attention that they could get for free of charge.
WebMD.
So if you are presenting of an STI, make sure that you get it screened and treated, and it could be treated with antibiotics, and make sure that you take the full course of the antibiotics as prescribed by the nurse or by the doctor or whomever, and make sure that it's treated. And if it said do not have sex within the course of your medication,
Do not do
do
it.
not.
Do
Please,
not.
do
Because
not.
now you're putting other people at risk.
At risk,
You
and you're
understand?
also putting yourself at reinfection as well.
Okay.
Right, yes.
okay,
Because if
okay.
you infect the other, they will infect you back.
Okay.
Right? And now you'll become
Within-
immune within there, you know? And we don't want any immunity for the medication. Yes.
Because I'm guessing it also, it fights back.
It fights back.
Yeah. 'cause
Yes.
this is my house.
It's a
now.
replica
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
You don't want
my house
replicas.
now.
You
Okay.
don't want the cute twins.
You?
Yeah. Yeah. But nonetheless, and making sure that you prevent yourself from STIs. Make sure that you use condoms when you have sexual multiple partners, and with the right amount of lubricant as well, because we shy away from lubricant and we try and use Dawn, and Vaseline. No, let's
Yeah.
not use
Okay,
that.
Vaseline. Maybe.
Yeah.
I've heard
The
about
closest.
The closest thing in your cupboard. But yeah, make sure that you seek. You get yourself free lubricant with us. We've got free lubricant, free condoms, and make sure that you're safe and yeah.
that. Okay.
And knowing your STIs, because I know you are running to go there.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm running, but
But you want to
I-
make sure that we are informed.
we're all informed
And
and,
we-
we don't miss any.
Okay.
You understand? So there's a question that I kind of found funny.
Okay.
It was in my head when I was just before I asked.
Okay.
Like now, are we gonna start with the
most dangerous.
most dangerous?
Yeah.
The question I had in my head, because I was lacking the word dangerous,
Oh.
was the most popular.
Most popular.
Are we gonna start with the most popular ones
Eyona
and then work
yasibani.
our way down, or are we going the other way around? So, thank you for the word dangerous.
I'm actually going
good
to-
looking out. Good
I'm
looking
actually
out.
going to say that we can say the most, commonly,
I think so too.
the most
Yeah.
common STIs. So the
Yes.
most common STIs, I think I did mention, or I ran through them, which is ulcers. Ulcers, which would be irashi, okanye mhlambe a bit of antsumpa down there. Or urhawuzelela xa uzawuchama and when you're passing out urine, a burning sensation. Or if you are presenting of micturition or a drop.
Okay.
Yeah. If you think that your undies or your undergarments are presenting of a yellowish or a discharge, make sure that you get it screened and treated
Immediately.
immediately. Because we don't want this infection of affecting and passing on. Yeah, this is not a bait.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
marathon.
not a relay.
No, this is not a relay.
It's not a relay.
Yeah.
And
you
now
know?
I also want to know, are we done with the STIs?
We are done with the STIs.
was quick.
I said it would be very short, and no thing is,
I feel like Melia's Rob.
no, I didn't know.
No, but I also think that when it's short and it's
And
I guess so.
informative,
I guess
abantu
so.
bayayibamba
Yes.
msinyane.
No, for sure.
Whereas
For sure.
Thing is, also we're going to delve into more kinds of STIs. We are just starting out with the
Oh,
most
this is
common.
our as we
Yeah.
as
It's
we
an
go
entry,
along. All right.
it's an
all
envelope
right.
open.
Very good. Very
Yes,
good. I'm with you now.
because now I don't want to start with the most, ambiguous, bombastic, and people are not even presenting with those, and they do
Okay.
not relate. But then
Okay.
we're gonna move on steadily and
No, for
swiftly
sure.
with the
All right.
others as we unfold and unpack the show.
Here's another question that I have. Does it now gradually, do they graduate to what would be HIV and whatnot, or these are just temporary infections when treated, I suppose?
All right.
Yes.
That's a very good question. In most cases, it said HIV is another form of an STI.
Okay.
How so? Remember, STI, sexually transmitted infection. How do you get HIV? Sexually transmitted without using a condom.
Yes.
Exactly.
So
Okay.
it
Yeah.
still is.
It still is.
It might be the most powerful one, I guess.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
like boss level STI.
Forever.
because
It's like
we
the
did
final
mention,
level. You beat all of the other ones.
but
and
without
then-
it can only be managed. That kind
Yes.
of STI can only be managed.
it can't be cured.
Yeah, it can be cured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
As we've said before, Guti, the pill manages the virus and
Yeah.
it does not make it go
It doesn't
away.
make it
Yeah.
go away.
No.
Now, with this, the cure, with the whole curability of some STIs, and
Yes.
are there any that aren't? besides HIV?
Besides HIV?
Yes.
Not really. Not really.
Because okay.
No.
So that whole herpes doesn't go away thing is a myth. I'm just asking.
Okay.
I'm not.
That's why I was like,
Why are you guys looking at me funny?
No, we're not. That's why I was like, I don't want to mislead people at this point,
That's
and I
true.
don't want to, you
Yes.
know,
So-
bring so much information. We can unpack that on the
As we go
following
along.
years.
As we go along. All right. So
So that
from
people
next
understand.
week, if I'm correct in saying from next week we'll be unpacking the different STIs.
Definitely.
All right.
We can do
okay.
that. Safe to say.
Let's
Yeah,
do that.
Safe to say.
Let's do that. Okay. Mel likes keeping it short.
That was a
Very,
quick one.
yeah.
Very likes keeping
Very
it short.
informative, though.
Very no,
Yeah.
we don't miss out on the information. It's just that feature's like 5 minutes long.
Is it? Wow.
This is quite literally supposed to be a 15-minute feature, but we're done with all the information
in
5
just
minutes.
5 minutes.
Well, but today at least we did 11 today. So,
Okay. But the
so-
other time we did even more.
Yeah.
I think I went for 20, I don't know.
Yeah,
The other feature, the other nice feature, the one with sex.
the hot topic.
Hey, the hot topic, the one with sex. You know, that other one.
I see where your head's
No,
at.
that one was very nice. Yeah, that one was very nice.
But anyway, thank you to Mel.
Such
We
a
will be
pleasure.
seeing you next week Wednesday. Yes.
Yes, actually, we'll be seeing each other next week Wednesday.
Yeah,
It's
next
a
week Wednesday.
definite. It's a promise. It's a yay.
And
yay.
then we're doing the breakdown of different
Kinds of STIs.
Yeah, so volume 1 comes in tomorrow, next week Wednesday. Do check out Mel.
Yes, and do
at-
catch us on. Sorry,
Yes,
do
firstly,
catch us on Facebook
Yeah.
at Engagements Health, on Instagram at Engagements Health, or for all your questions, queries, and comments.
Yeah, and I'll check him out next week. He's on with the Engage Men's Health feature every Wednesday from 5 o'clock. Someone next week, Mel will
Definitely.
get your questions together. Get your questions
please.
together. So yeah, man, we get into some music right now. This is Efron Pierce with Kylie Aldous, and the track is called "What Happened." This is the main mix. Shout out to Mel. Thank you. We'll
Thank
see
you
you
so
next
much.
week. We'll see you next week.
Cheers.